What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Q&A. Turn that down. Some of the most ridiculous, stupidest, incredibly obnoxious, and lamest video games in existence can sometimes have amazing music. You're listening to it right now. This game, no. But the music, I still haven't made that video. That video that I promised like 10,000 years ago. Remember 10,000 years ago? When life was better? You know? When there was no religion. We were all kind of still living in prehistoric times. I remember that. I remember when I was a Neanderthal. Well, that was 100,000 years ago. That was great. Love those times. You know what I had to do to survive? I would make rants about the creatures that I had to hunt. There were a lot of creatures out there, you know, in the forest, in the desert, you know, in the caves. And I will just try to develop these strategies to hunt these creatures, these animals, so I could eat. You know, I had to fucking eat, right? So I was just there, you know, with my bow, with my improvised bow, you know, and a lance. The big ass lance. And I was like, you know, the lance, this lance is just convoluted. It's overly complicated. And my bow, I keep missing. So every time I came back from a hunt, you know, to talk to my fellow Neanderthals, I would just bitch about that. I would be like, you know, fuck the RNG, man. The RNG god, he fucked up my strategy. And they were like, so you didn't bring a single animal with you? Well, no. You know, what the fuck? I kept missing. Well, that's your fault. How is that my fault? It's the bow's fault. And I couldn't see, you know. I had like 95% accuracy to kill that one deer, but I missed. How could I miss? 95% hit, man. And I missed, you know. So that was life back in the day. There were no political bullshit. There was no, you know, division, segregation. No, we were all free. Free people. Free to complain and bitch about the RNG making us miss our targets. That was life back in the day, man. Anyway, that song is over. It was low. I needed it to be lower. There you go, that's like Uta Wareru Mono. This fucking game, man. A song like that. Can you tell us how many JRPGs you have played but you haven't beaten? I don't know. No, I don't think I can do that. Stupid comments some people make here sometimes. Hello, smiling dog. I don't know, Donsk. You put 5 hours in one morning. You just woke up and decided to put 5 hours in a row to Parasite Eve. I mean, that's a great game. I'm sure it was worth it, right? It's a really good game. But 5 hours, you sat there for 5 hours. I don't think I can ever do that, you know. I've done it before, but on very rare occasions in the past. I remember playing Final Fantasy XII for like 7 hours in a row. But no, I interrupted myself. I had a break, you know, so it wasn't exactly in a row. You sat on your ass for 5 hours and played Parasite Eve? That's half of the game, man. You can beat that game in like 10 hours or less. That's crazy. But I'm glad you're enjoying Parasite Eve. Hey, sweet. Haven't played Dragon Ball Sparkling, whatever the fuck that is. I have no advice for Final Fantasy III. I didn't like that game. Hey, Newcomb. What's up? I did the same with the Super Mario RPG the first time I played it. Was it the first time? Yeah, but I had breaks, you know. You played Neptunia 7. Sorry, Neptunia V2. Let's not be confused by Idea Factory's bizarre naming of their games. It's not Neptunia 7, it's Neptunia V2. For 8 hours in a row? That's fucked up, man. Your eyes, how old are you? Maybe you're young. When you get to my age, you can't do that. Your eyes explode and you end up in a fucking hospital. It's impossible. How could you beat Wild Arms 5? The difficulty of that game is brutal. Yes, it is. It's not that brutal though, you know, it just has a few spikes with some bosses. All you gotta do is grind. There's no way around it. In Wild Arms 5, all you gotta do is grind a lot. It's not that much, you know, it's not... I wouldn't call that game a grind fest. But... yeah. It's grindy. It's hard. I love it. Oh, it's you, Wab! So you changed your name to Usagi Saka. Chaos Seed for Super Famicom. It's weird, but you expect a good game. Maybe I'll play it too. What are your thoughts about Nintendo selling alarm clocks for $99 and it's now selling out? Hey, Zero. I don't know what to say, man. What? Should I even be surprised? Like, why? I'm not surprised. It's not that surprising. I was surprised for a bit. Disappointed at the same time, but it's Nintendo, so... it's okay. Yeah. Those guys want to sell anything. Eventually they're gonna start selling their souls. Oh, they already did that. Did you see that Yakuza compilation that is gonna be released? No? Tell me more about that. What Yakuza compilation? Yeah, Parasite Eve is a fun game, and yes, you can beat it in like a day or two, but playing it for like 5 hours straight, man, that's still, you know... well, I shouldn't be too harsh on you. I shouldn't be too harsh on you. Look, you know, I'm like, you know... I was the same back in the day, but nowadays I don't feel like I can. Did you at least take a break during those 5 hours? So what about you, Wab? Did you at least take a break during those 8 hours in a row you were playing Hyperdimension Neptunia? Like, I'm pretty sure you did, right? To eat. 8 hours. And like, imagine you started like at, I don't know, 12 p.m. and then you ended up at 8 p.m. So you probably took a break to go to the bathroom a couple of times. You ate. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that I believe. So I guess I should say, you know, what was the last time? What was the last JRPG I put a lot of hours to? Was it the Fire Emblem ROM hack that I beat about a couple of weeks ago? I don't think so. No. When was the last time that I played an RPG so passionately? Like I was, you know, because usually, you know, I'm playing Summon Night, Soulcraft Story 2, the Game Boy Advance. And that's a game, you know, it's a really good game, you know, but it's very tiresome. It's basically a bit of a button masher. Reminds me of the old Tales games, which were completely in 2D, you know. So it's like I play a game for an hour and a half, and that's it. And usually when I'm playing any other JRPG, whatever, you know, that's not like super addicting or great, it's the same. Like I play for 1 hour in the morning, maybe 1 hour at night, or maybe a couple of hours, you know, and that's my max. But there's some JRPGs that are like, oh, like really fucking good, and I'm there, you know, like holy shit. So I'm trying to remember when was the last time. Well, I don't remember. Well, oh yeah, Growlancer 6, what an idiot. Yeah, so Growlancer 6. So I could tell you the same, not 8 hours, that's crazy. But I could say, you know, that I played, I don't know, in one day I put like 6 hours. 6 hours to Growlancer 6. But those 6 hours were not in a row. You know, I played it for like 2 hours, then did something else, worked, slept, I don't know, ate, contemplated life, breathed, talked, I don't know how I mentioned breathe. Anyway, I did all of that and then I put 2 more hours. And then other things happened in my life and then 2 more hours. That makes sense. Right? No, you don't, Safi. Apparently you don't. 65 hours in Persona 4 Golden, no you don't. And you're barely there? Naoto? No, you don't know what I mean. You're far more extreme than I am. Will you keep streaming Nintendo DS RPG games like the other day? I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about streaming Nintendo DS games because of the music. It just keeps lagging. A lot of areas have slowed down. Look, I don't know. That Devil Survivor stream didn't go very well. It was fun because I was like really happy because I was playing the game live after so many years of wanting to play it live. It was my birthday. You know, so yeah, I was really happy, hyped up, you know, but the quality of the stream was kind of bad. I mean, the image was great, you know, we didn't experience any frame drops, you know, or resolution issues or whatever, you know, but it was just a lot of slowdown, a lot of lag, and the music was like really fucking out. I don't know, I feel like that's gonna bother a lot of people, and therefore a lot of people are not gonna watch those streams. Because it is a big deal. I thought it wasn't gonna be, but with a game like Devil Survivor, where the music is fucking excellent, it is kind of a big deal. Others, it's like the music doesn't really matter, so I can just turn the music down a lot, so you can barely hear it, and it'll be fine. But the problem is that in some areas, you know, some parts have slowdown. In the battles that I play through in Devil Survivor, the stream, dude... There was some slowdown in there. There wasn't any slowdown when you got into the turn-based combat. That was fast, you know, but when you moved on grids on the map, there was some slowdown in there, some lag in there. So I've been thinking, and I don't know what to do. Right now I haven't decided. Maybe I can try another one. But to be completely honest, I'm not sure it's a good idea to keep streaming Nintendo DS games because of that. It's not gonna be a very pleasant stream for you guys or for me. So I don't know, let me think about that, let me make some more testing to see if I can fix that, if I can reduce the slowdown, see what I can do, and we'll see. Yeah, probably. Trails in the Sky remake. I mean, why remake the first chapter, not the others? Makes no sense. At the very least, I can guarantee you it's gonna be like the first 2 chapters. I don't know Trails in the Sky the third. I don't know if Falcom's gonna bother with that one. Hopefully they will. But the first 2, it's like, I mean, it's like when they remastered Trails from Zero. With like Azure was gonna happen no matter what. It's not like, oh, we'll just remaster Zero and not bother with Azure. They aren't Bandai Namco. Like, oh sure, let's poorly remaster Symphonia and forget about Symphonia 2 because people hate it. Well, first and foremost, Falcom is not like that, and second, nobody hates Sky second chapter. So yeah, it's bound to happen, man, trust me, it will. Both chapters will be remade. The third one is the one that I'm a bit worried about, like maybe not, but we'll see what happens. I love Vinland Saga Season 2. The first one was better. Problem with Vinland Saga Part 2 is that I feel that it was a bit slow. Like they wanted to take a break from all that intensity of the first season. All those wars, those battles, you know, those intense moments and dramas. And they just wanted to keep it like, oh, let's go to the farm life, relax, and do some kind of intrigue in there, some small intrigue, you know, and slavery. And, you know, that, right? So they wanted to take it easy for a while, but then there were some episodes that were really intense, and then there were others that were like, okay, it's okay, you know? So, yeah, the pacing of second season was like that for Vinland Saga. I was like, yeah. But most of the things that I have to say about the second season are positive, like, it ended on a high note for me. It's a really good anime. The first season is better, but the second season is, I mean, I like it. I loved it as well. Not as much as the first one, but I loved it. Will you play Monster Hunter Wild? No. Ren needed correction? What are you talking about? No one needs correction. Correction is basically the same thing as censorship. What are your thoughts on Sky Ocean Wing of Fire? I don't know what the fuck that is, man. Sounds like an RPG, though. And I'm pretty sure you get the idea of this. If anybody asks again, someone do me the courtesy of replying for me. So I'm just gonna ignore questions about the fucking game. Oh, an indie RPG inspired by another inspired game. Wow, that's great. We need more like that, you know? We need more inspired by games, yeah. How many of them have been there? Like 2 or 3, right? That's it? Yeah, we need more. What's going on, developers? Please continue making more games inspired by. Because that's okay, you know, we're not talking about rip-offs. Oh no. No, we're not talking about that, people. We're talking about inspired by. Yeah. Black Myth Wukong, Game of the Year. I haven't played it. But if I had to pick my game of the year, You mean like game, all genres, or just RPGs? Well, I kind of gave up. I gave up with modern RPGs right around the time Trails Through Daybreak came out. That's when I threw in the towel. The JRPG industry dropped the ball for me, in my opinion, so that was like, fuck it. So my answer is gonna have to be something from below that. I guess I will pick Infinite Wealth. In Japanese. Fuck the English dub, you know, just the Japanese dub. Yeah. Let me think of all the JRPGs that I played. All the RPGs that I played that came out this year and that I finished. I'm not gonna say, you know, Visions of Mana, I only played the demo. Stellar Blade, that's Korean, but I only played the demo. Eiyuden Chronicle was woke. So was Persona 3 Reload. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, it was fucking great, but only the combat and the graphics. The story was kind of like meh. What else? There's some small stuff like Cards RPG, not really a contender for Best RPG of the Year. Scars of Mars, same. I didn't even finish Scars of Mars, it's there in the backlog. What else? Just I played a crap ton of games this year that aren't from this year, that were from like years ago. I played a bunch of fan-translated games. Yeah, I guess Infinite Wealth will probably be my RPG of the year. Ace 10 is coming out though, but yeah, we'll see if Nis America fucked up the translation. Unicorn Overlord? Yeah. That's like, yeah, man. That's pretty close. I think I'm gonna stick to Infinite Wealth by a hair. Yeah. Stellar Blade, yeah, I just played the demo. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? No, I haven't played that. I couldn't care less about that game. 16 is last year, dude. And it's fucking woke as fuck. Is 10? Okay. If I had to pick right now, you know, Infinite Wealth is probably my RPG of the year. And my game of the year, again, I don't know, because I don't think I played a lot of games that were released this year. Just a few. Most of the games, I've been playing a crap ton of games from other genres. Obviously, especially on my Twitch channel. But games, other genres, not RPGs, that came out this year that I played. That cat game, you know, gory, cuddly carnage. I haven't finished it. It's in the backlog. Like, I really wanted to like finish it, but I was playing Grow Lancer 6 at a time. I was like, fuck no. Of course I'm gonna focus on Grow Lancer 6. Yeah. There's my answer. Infinite Wealth is probably, so far, my RPG of the year. Or overall, my video game of the year. Infinite Wealth. Is Persona 5 Royal worth playing? I don't know. Well, when did you complete Vanilla? Maybe wait several years until you play Royal, because Persona 5 is a really long game. And about 80% of the game is going to be the exact same. People say it's very worth it, the Royal Edition, because of that 20% extra, you know? But I don't know, man. I don't know how you feel about replaying a game like that that's really fucking long so soon. I don't know. But if you completed a vanilla version like many years ago, maybe, yeah, it could be worth playing. I mean, the answer, yeah. Exactly, the answer to the question is yes, it's worth playing. But, you know, if you, like, jump straight into it right after finishing the... No, I wouldn't recommend that. You just picked up Infinite Wealth last week. Enjoy it. It's a great game, played in Japanese. And it makes more sense in Japanese, with the Japanese dub and English subtitles. Makes more sense. I haven't played Vengeance. Star Ocean the second story is amazing. I second that. Emerald Dragon. Yeah, I know that game. I'll try it out. I want to try that game out. I haven't played it, but I'll try it out. You're not sure if you ever want to play Persona 5 ever again? Why is that? Is it because it's stupidly long? And it's like, dude, it's like, and that's enough. Playing that game once, enough for a lifetime. Have you lost all your respect for Yuji Horii? No, I just, I stand by what I said last week, 2 weeks ago, or last week, whatever. That the guy should just retire. If he's not gonna do anything, it's fucking pointless to complain about censorship, and agendas. If you can't do a single thing, okay, then keep complaining. Join the people who can. No, I haven't lost my respect for Yuji Horii. But then, who knows what's gonna happen with Dragon Quest XII? Is he going to be involved in Dragon Quest XII once it comes out? We'll see what happens. I like Ichiban more in Yakuza 7. He acted more illogical and weird in Infinite Wealth. Yeah. Kinda. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, but I can see why you say that. Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. There's another one? Dude, it's like Atelier. They fucking release those games. It's like they dump them, Like, oh, another one. One per year, 2 per year. Let's go. Yeah, Sword Art Online, dude. How many of them are there? Like, when was the first one? The first Sword Art Online game, if I'm not mistaken, was released on the PSP, correct? And then it got ported to the PS Vita, something like that. And that was like 15 years ago, probably. So in like 15 years, they've released like over 20, like it's fucking crazy. Okay, another Dragon Ball game, another Dragon Ball fighting game. And it's the fastest selling pre-order. Oh, okay. Like another Dragon Ball fighting game. I don't have Netflix, so no. I don't watch anything on Netflix. I don't have any streaming services. Amazon Prime, Netflix. But if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to my Twitch channel for free. All you gotta do is connect your account to Twitch, and that's it, AI Somnium Files. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. Game Freak was hacked. Okay. Interesting. What liar? Which liar? Which guy? Yeah, I will. Well, since I liked Soul Hackers, I will probably like, or at least give Devil Summoner a chance. But you know how I feel about dungeon crawlers in first person, man. Are you a fan of these Gaia games? Yes and no. Like, Ah, man, these guys, that one series I have mixed feelings for, you know. I've talked about this before, so I'll make it quick. Yeah, I'm a fan, but let's just say I'm not the biggest fan. Let's leave it at that. I love the humor and stuff, but it's just the gameplay mechanics that kind of bug me a bit, you know. So yes, I'm a fan, I'm just not the biggest fan. This is Ragnarok Tactics. PSP. That's the Japanese Special Edition. See, Xenoblade, this is Xenoblade music, right? This is Xenoblade music! Xenoblade Chronicles 3! Isn't it? Yeah, there we go. And it's fucking loud. See, everybody's got a really different opinion of these Gaia games. Feelers says Hong Long, holy shit, but then Sweet says gold. Okay. Maybe these Gaia should have been in that video I did. The 10 most divisive JRPGs ever. Okay? It probably should have been there, the entire series. It's like a lot of people out of the same mentality of like, I like the series but I can't get into them. Or I like them but they're all a fucking bunch of grind fests. I have no patience for them, you know? And then they're all the ones that are like really passionate about them. But you rarely see people hating on these Gaia though. Right? You don't see a lot of people saying that this Gaia is trash. There are people, I'm pretty sure someone in the chat will just say just that. But I don't know. It's rare to see someone shitting on these guys. They usually shit on specific titles, like 3 or 6, which are like the most hated these Gaia games. But like to shit on the entire series, I don't think I've ever seen someone, or maybe once or twice. La Pucelle Tactics. That's a great game. What do you think about the Lunar Series remasters? We already talked about that. There's a clip on my second channel. You can get my full thoughts about that. There's a yellow Super Nintendo? You mean when it, like, the console itself turns yellow? La Pucelle? It's on PS2, PSP, Switch. Though I don't believe the PSP version was ever released outside of Japan. We did get the Switch remaster of that version though, and Steam remaster of that. But the original PSP version, we never got it. We only got the PS2. Oh, it's a YouTuber. Oh, okay, what a name. Do you think everything will collapse by the end of the year? Yes, regardless of who wins the presidency in the United States of America, it will collapse. The world will go to hell. And China will just be there like this, watch, like eating popcorn. Seeing the world collapse, and they're gonna strike when it collapses. Nobody wants to believe me. Nobody wants to believe my conspiracy theory. Do I like Fire Emblem? What? Wait, let me read that again. Do you like Fire Emblem games? I don't think I've ever heard of that. What's that? That sounds like a bunch of simulators, right? Like real computer games from like the 80s. Fire Emblem? Sorry, man. I don't think. What the hell is that? Yeah. That sounds really generic. Sounds like something that I probably would never be able to get into, you know. Fire Emblem. What is are they about an emblem on fire or something? Or an emblem that gets inside your heart and then you spit fire through your mouth? I don't know, man. I probably would never be able to get into that shit, man. Do you find it harder to get immersed in a game the older you get? That's an interesting question. I find it hard to get immersed in certain games. Like previously, I will easily get immersed in a grind fest. Right? That's how games like Valkyrie Profile Silmeria became some of my all-time favorite games. You know, I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy XII, as you may already know. It's not in my top 10 or 20 favorite JRPGs ever. Probably not even top 50, but it's there. I fucking love it. But yeah, I have more patience for that. I have more enjoyment, more appreciation. I easily immerse myself in a game like that, but nowadays I feel like, dude, I just can't fucking do that, you know? So, to answer your question is, so yes, but depends on the game. Like some genres I didn't appreciate before, I appreciate them now more than ever. But also the other way around, you know, there's games like I just, dude, I can't take it anymore. Like, oh my god. Or the game needs to be like really good, like Octopath Traveler 1 and 2, to make me put up with all the grinding. But nowadays, you know, grind fests are like, holy shit. Like, I try to find a way around it. Like, is there an easy mode? Or is there like a, I don't know, dude, the game needs to be like really freaking good to keep me grinding over and over again, right? But yeah, I find it hard to get immersed in certain games nowadays or certain RPGs, you know, that I could have easily gotten to that before, but not nowadays. Another one is like the ones with the J-pop idol thing, you know me, I've been bitching about idol stuff in JRPGs for years. But I wasn't like this before, you know, before I didn't mind it, probably because there wasn't that much. I think this idol culture became overly present way more in modern JRPGs. Maybe that's why I just can't stand it, you know, but back in the day I didn't have a problem with a lot of JRPGs that had that, you know. But nowadays it's like, oh my god, I have abandoned games. Others I've beaten them, you know, surprisingly, I know. But, you know, there's like Tokyo Xanadu, like, oh my god, like I couldn't do it, man. I was like, fuck this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my answer. I think there's, it depends on the game. We change. We will not always, I think that this happens to everybody. I think there's a lot of people out there that are the same as me. You know, like they enjoyed certain things from certain games or certain genres before, and nowadays they can't stand them or they don't like them as much. So this is something that happens to a lot of people. Yeah, it's normal. Thank you, Alex Tokash, and thank you once again for the gift a couple of days ago on my birthday. Thanks a bunch for that. And thanks again right now. He says, just begin reading the first chapter of The Revenant Army with Darby and Joel. Setting out on their own adventure in the footsteps of the legendary McTain. Ooh, you're in for a plot twist. The infamous plot twist. I've seen people saying, fuck you, Eric. Fuck you for that plot twist. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks again for the donation, man. Have you ever heard of Wind Emblem? I just heard about Fire Emblem for the first time ever, man. Wind Emblem, no. So is there like a series of elemental emblems? Water Emblem, Thunder Emblem, Earth Emblem, Light, Dark Emblem. Hey, wait a second. There is a Dark Emblem game. Playing Shadow Hearts Covenant. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts so far? Talking about games like Ghost's Artonelico series? Who's talking about that? I love Artonelico, but yeah, if I was gonna play Artonelico 1 for the first time right now, maybe I wouldn't be able to complete it and appreciate it, you know? Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. Thunder, I thought the same thing, you know, Thunder Emblem sounds awesome. Like Water Emblem, Wind Emblem, but Thunder Emblem, that sounds fucking badass, man. How goes your translation on your books? Slow but steady. I'll be releasing one this year. On December, probably. What's this, Arno search? Oh no, this is Drakengard. There we go, fucking Drakengard. I don't know, Kevin. I think when it comes to dungeon crawlers, I don't think I've ever been a fan. Ever. I think the first one that I played was... Wow. What was the first dungeon crawler I played in my life? The farthest my memory goes back to is Persona 1. The first Persona on the PlayStation. I fucking hated that game. And I made it far. It's not like I just put a couple of hours, and I fucked this game. No. I made it far in Persona 1. And that's why I hate it so much. I forced myself to make it as far as I did until I got to a point where I was like, get this out of my goddamn face forever. But I feel like I played something before that. I don't know, there's gotta be... no. Because I played the Persona... I played the original version back in 2009? Probably. Yeah, 2009. Anyway, the point is... that I don't like dungeon crawlers in first person, again, the game needs to be like really good, like Soul Hackers, Strange Journey. It needs to be like really good. Well, Strange Journey isn't that good, it's just eventually, I never beat it. You get to a point where it's like, dude, I don't care how awesome the story is or the battle system, it's just these fucking labyrinths, man. I couldn't stand that. I made it far. Strange Journey is another game that I made it far into. But Strange Journey, Persona. It's like comparing, I don't know. So, yeah, I'm not really a fan of dungeon crawlers in first person. Yes, I'm interested in Atelier Yumiya, and I talked about that game like 3 times and you were there. Princess Minerva? Never heard of it. What's that on? What system is that on? What is your favorite minigame in an RPG? I'm not really a fan of minigames. I usually find them tedious, especially fishing minigames. I hate, believe it or not. Sorry if it gets you offended, people, but I don't like fishing minigames at all in any video game. I don't care the game. The fishing game can be awesome. I fucking hate it. I don't hate... But some card games, I kinda like the card game in Final Fantasy IX. How about the cooking mini game in the Euden Chronicle? I didn't mind that one. I don't know. But I can't answer that question because there isn't a single mini game in a single JRPG that I'm passionate about. Like, oh, I love this mini game. No. But there are some that I don't mind. Thank you, Skycatcher. Also, now your Skycatcher Reflections. Okay. Thanks a bunch for the feedback and the comment, Skycatcher. It's an RPG on SNES that has all female characters. Princess Minerva? Is it fan translated? Are the girls hot and sexy? But if they are lesbians, like, I'm tired of that. I played so many of those. Maybe not that many, but I'm like... Nah. You hate fishing minigames. Yeah, I do. I hate them. No, it's not. What's your favorite turn-based or real-time? Turn-based. Wait! Real-time strategy? Or just real-time as in action? If it's turn-based or action, turn-based. 9 out of 10 times I prefer turn-based. But if it's like turn-based versus real-time strategy, ooh, well, there aren't that many real-time strategy JRPGs out there, but I think I prefer them. Strategy RPGs are my favorite by far of all time. You've mentioned playing Blue Reflection once or so. No, I never played the first Blue Reflection. I played and beat the second one, Second Light. I loved it. You bet they are? They are bikini armor clad type sexy. I think there's a fan translation. So they're lesbians. Oh, I'm tired of those games, man. Real-time strategy or turn-based strategy? Oh, that's the question, isn't it? That is the question. Real-time strategy or turn-based strategy? Holy shit. You know what? I'm gonna go with turn-based strategy simply because there are more. Real-time strategy, there's the Grow Lancer series, Unicorn Overlord, Ogre Battle, 13 Sentinels. What the fuck else is there? See what I mean? And turn-based. Oh, Diofield Chronicle. Thanks, Diofield Chronicle. I couldn't even make a top 10 real-time strategy RPGs without the list being full of Grow Lancer games. See? So I'm gonna choose turn-based strategy. I mean, don't take me wrong, I do believe quality over quantity, but there's also a lot of quality in the quantity of turn-based strategy RPGs, so you get the point. Thank you, Sema Duvant. You don't really like turn-based RPGs. Square said you don't, and they know better than you. Look at how well Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake did. Poor Squaresoft. The girls in Princess Minerva are not lesbians from what I know. Okay, then I'll probably play it. It's just I'm kind of tired, you know, over the past few years I played some of them, like Knights of Asher 1 and 2. Even Blue Reflection, speaking about Blue Reflection, that was kinda that, you know? And then there's Dead End Request 2, which, oh my god. Well, the protagonist, Mai, didn't seem to be a lesbian, but the other girls were like, Roddy was like, oh my, shut up. She was funny, but she went from really funny and annoyingly funny, to annoyingly bad, you know, like, oh my gosh, shut up, just die. Like, I wanted to see Roddy kill no, I can't say, no, I'm kidding. Oh, I don't know, she grew on me, okay? Fuck. What can I say? But I want her to shut the fuck up with the my fangirl-ism. And then there was that girl from Frontier Hunter. I was just playing Frontier Hunter yesterday. They released a DLC, and I completed the post game, and the DLC was a really tough boss battle against spoiler character. Fucking brutal. You can't use items. Your strength and stats are reduced considerably, and you're barely doing any damage to the boss. You do like every hit does like 10 damage, and she's got like thousands of HP. Like I tried 2 times and fuck it. But the point is that. What's the name of the character? I always forget her name, you know. I was just playing the game yesterday and I forget her name. The girl with black hair. She's all over Ersa, you know. And I know they aren't exactly lesbians sometimes. More like they do that for fun, you know. That's a Japanese cliche from ages ago. But I like, dude. And then they're like, play Cry Machina. And I'm tired of lesbian RPGs, man. Let's call them Yuri RPGs. We don't want to be offensive. Like saying LGBT is fine, but saying lesbian or gay, no, that's wrong. Okay. Fine, Nephenthal. Fine, you're gonna make me look it up right now. Like I need to know now. Princess Minerva. SNES. Okay, this has the 90s art style. Oh my god. Okay, I'm playing this. Jesus. This is Mikami level of fan service or more. Holy... Okay, I'm playing this fucking game. Caligula effect and 1 and 2. No, the first one is not. The second one, if you don't mind the idle music playing over and over and over again on every battle, then yes, it's worth playing. In your opinion, which console made the greatest JRPGs? PS2, man. Hey, how dare you ask me that? PS2. Okay, Vault. That's great logic. That's a great argument. I don't know, you know, Yuri has been a thing since forever in Japanese anime, you know, it's not like it's woke or anything, but right now because of wokeness, I'm fucking tired of that, you know, it's like, oh my god, you know, I find it so hard to separate both things nowadays, if you catch my drift, so I'm fucking tired of it. I think the PS4 might have surpassed PS2 at this point. In terms of quantity, in terms of quality, I'll give you some leeway. It's almost there. Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask this. I'm a bit biased. I love the PS2 passionately. Yeah, I'm gonna give preference to PlayStation 2. Quality 2, well, to each their own. That's just like your opinion, man. Who's responsible for the decline of Square Enix? Japan or the US? Both. Everybody's to blame, that fucking company. Do you use nowadays CRT TVs to play some consoles like SNES or PS1? No, I use my flat screen TV. And trust me, the emulation for retro games isn't great, but it's decent for most games. Even with the bad emulation, well, I wouldn't call it bad. It's just kinda hard for me to talk about emulation because I'm not an expert, you know, I don't know a lot of terms. Like, it's hard for me to explain why the emulation is not great, but it isn't bad on my flat screen. But yeah, retro games are always unquestionably, objectively going to play better on a CRT. They were designed to be played on one. They were never designed to be played on flat screens. So it's always gonna be better, you know, to play them like that, you know. But I don't have a CRT, and dude, I don't even have a single retro console. I sold all of them. Unfortunately, I had to. Necessity, life got in the way. The most retro console I have is the PS2. And I have this cable, this HDMI cable, which is a bit expensive. I think it sells for like $30 or more US dollars, and it looks great because you're not really emulating it. Okay, I am playing directly through a PS2. Like next week, I'll upload my PS2 stream that I did on Twitch, and you'll see, you know, that the emulation is not really an emulation. I'm playing through the PlayStation 2 original hardware. I'm just upscaling it with an HDMI cable, so the games look good on my flat screen, that thing you're seeing right there. So it's great. It plays great. But for example, I've been playing games on my PS TV, and PSP, PS Vita games look fine, but anything below that is not great. It isn't bad, but it's not great. I think the worst I've seen is the Super Nintendo. And I uploaded my Super Nintendo streams on my YouTube channels. I did one a couple of days ago on fighting games. Go and watch it. And it just looks... that looks bad. That looks bad. Okay, so anyway. Let GameSack explain emulation. That's right, exactly. He's the only one I know who can. But yeah, it's kind of weird, you know. It's so many terms. Like, I know frame rate, I know resolution, but I don't know the rest. Like, what the hell is that? I know upscaling. That's as far as I go. But I'm trying to learn, you know, I'm a video game reviewer, so the more I learn, the better I'll be able to explain certain things about video games in my reviews or in my top 10s, right? So I would like to keep learning about different technical terms for emulation or the technical aspects of JRPGs. Do you think the Switch will outsell the PS2? No. How many copies has it sold so far? How many Switch consoles have been sold? As opposed to... Can you people tell me the numbers? And we can make a comparison. What was Square Enix's last great game? Developed by Square Enix? Or just published by them? You need to specify me that. 142 million PS2? Oh, okay, so PS2 158? And Switch 142? That's fucking crazy. Oh wow, so you're telling me... That's fucking crazy. You are telling me the Switch is nowadays the second best-selling video game console of all time? Wasn't that the Wii or the Game Boy or something? Wow. So it's, wow, I didn't know that, man. I did know, I mean, some time ago I watched it go over 100 million units, and I stayed there. I didn't know it's like, wow, third is the second. 3DS is the second one. Wasn't the Game Boy the second one? Or Nintendo DS? Wasn't the 3DS? Holy shit, man, so yeah, it might surpass it. Yeah, Nintendo DS. I'm pretty sure the 3DS is not the second one. The Nintendo DS is the second one, right? So, Switch is like number 3? Hey, Nemo Propaganda, thanks a bunch, man. He says, I have officially abandoned Daybreak. Should I try Grand Blue Relink instead? Why did you abandon Daybreak? I mean, I'm kind of glad you did because the game has been ruined by politics, but why? I'd like to know why. Because I don't know what your problem was. I mean, you probably had more problems than just the fucking translation. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, I think the Switch may come very close to outselling the PS2. But once the Switch 2 comes out, probably next year, I think... Switch 1 sales are gonna drop considerably, and it may not outsell the PlayStation 2. We'll see what happens. That's crazy, man. Crazy. Fucking crazy. It just wasn't fun, bro. So much talking and talking and talking the whole time. Oh, you're gonna love Grand Blue Fantasy. There's barely any talking. It's like 80% gameplay, 20% story. And Grand Blue Fantasy has perfect combat. Perfect fucking action combat. One of my favorite combat systems in an action RPG ever. As good as is. Yes, I'm saying that. But the story in Grand Blue Fantasy is like... It's like a 7 out of 10. But the combat... Oh man, it's awesome. You're gonna like it. Yeah. Getting to Grand Blue. PS2 had different versions as well. Yeah, the slim and... No, fat and slim. Oh, sorry, is fat offensive? Is the PlayStation 2 gonna get offended because I called it fat? Jeez, okay, the obese PlayStation 2 and the slim PS2. Oh, is slim offensive too? Hey, don't call me slim or thin. Look at me. Fucking look at me. No. I'm sensitive about being called thin or slim. Okay, the thick, the curvy PS2. So there's 2 versions. Anyway, that's fucking crazy, man. Switch, it's like the 3rd. Damn. Yeah, let's just... Thank you, tech. That is the solution to everything. Type 1, Type 2. The end. No more genders, no more races, No more sizes. No more, no. Type A, Type B, baby. Let me rephrase that. Type A, Type B. A rainbow is supposed to appear above me. Like, is it there right now? You know, for the thumbnail. Erick Landon goes fully woke. Come on, rainbow, I'm waiting. It's not gonna appear. Of course it's not going to appear. I want to answer that question. Somebody was asking, sorry about that, dude. That was a long time ago. I want to answer that question too, Roberto, about live streams on YouTube. Just give me a moment. Evercade consoles, I don't know about that. Yeah, so Multimedia Assassins asked me, you know, like, what was the last great JRPG published and or developed by Square Enix? Okay, so published, I will probably say that I beat. Like, I could say Visions of Mana, but no. I only played the demo. I will probably say Octopath Traveler 2. But they didn't develop that one. They just published it. Okay. Wow, thanks a bunch, RRS Zone. Do you know X Station OD for PS1? It's awesome. What's that, an emulator? Or is that a game? Anyway, so Octopath Traveler 2 was, I think so, the last great JRPG published by Square Enix. But developed by them? Oh boy. Someone saying Dragon Quest XI. But nowadays it's kind of like, it's got Sylvando. But back in the day no one cared. Dragon Quest XI, maybe. Yeah. Tri-Ace made Valkyrie Profile 1 and 2. Nier Automata was not developed by Square Enix. That was Platinum Games and Yoko Taro. Stellar Blade was not Square Enix. Imagine had it been Square Enix. So what's that, RRS Zone? Sylvando was comic relief. Yeah, he was. Exactly. He feels that way. Yoko Taro is a sick man. A bit. What do you think? Let me look it up. X Station? ODE. So it just sounds like an emulator, you know. Evercade is relatively new. Oh, I know, it's a console. Pretty much, yeah. I just don't know much about it. It's not an emulator. It is something like a chip, and you can play PS1 games. You can play PS1 with an SD card. The compatibility is almost 99%. Oh, I didn't know that. So a chip. Okay, so it's basically hacking and modding your console. Okay, I didn't know about that one. I did own a hacked PS1 a long time ago, but I sold it. My PS2 is hacked, and I bought it hacked in 2007. So that was like, wow, a long time ago. Holy shit, 17 years ago. It worked perfectly fine for many years. And then all of a sudden, a couple of years ago, it stopped reading discs. It's so hard to have it read discs. It doesn't work anymore, so I have to rely on a free MacBoot, which is a memory card, and then you load up games through an USB. You know, that's how I play PlayStation 2 games on my PlayStation 2 nowadays. But it barely risks PS2 discs. It barely reads PS2 discs. So anyway, thanks for bringing that X Station thing to my attention. So Roberto asked if the live stream, what was the question exactly? You still there, Roberto? What was the question? Like if the live streams take priority? Like I want to answer that, you know. Okay, so here I found the question. Do live streams on YouTube have higher priority over regular videos on the algorithm? No. On the contrary, this is why I don't want to stream regular games. The Q&As are fine because I only list them after a few hours. But this is why I don't want to stream video games of any kind on YouTube anymore, because they destroy the algorithm. They're still affecting it. I came back to stream on YouTube several months ago after taking a break from like a year and a half. And I thought it was gone. I thought it wasn't going to affect my algorithm and my videos. And, you know, it's all over the place. But it's mostly because of the notification system. It's not quite so the fact that you're streaming and the streams get way less views than videos. It's not that. It's the notification system. Like, the people who turn on the notification system, they start getting a lot of notifications whenever I go live. And then they also get the notifications for the videos. So if they don't want to watch the streams, which is the majority of the viewers, they stop clicking on those notifications, and so the algorithm assumes they are no longer interested in anything I do. So they aren't getting notified for the regular videos either, and that's how fucked up it is. That's why streaming on YouTube fucking sucks. And this is the reason why a lot of people, since many years ago, a lot of YouTubers created a second channel just to stream there. And my solution, I just went to Twitch. It's just much better. No algorithm bullshit in there. So yeah. Thank you for asking that question. I needed to make that clarification to you guys now that I have 100 and something people watching. Yeah. Link to my Twitch channel in the description. I know it's annoying for a lot of you that I keep promoting my Twitch channel, and I know it's annoying that I keep uploading some of my streams on Twitch that I did on Twitch here on YouTube on this channel. I'm trying to promote my Twitch channel so I can stream in there, you know, and never bother any of you with my live streams again here on YouTube. So, yeah, please support me on Twitch. It's important, okay? At some point, I will stop streaming on YouTube. Regular games, not the Q&As will continue until I fucking die. Or until, I don't know, something bad happens, and let's not think about that, okay? But Twitch is where I want to stream video games, okay? Link to my Twitch channel in the description. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. You support this channel, you support me, you know, and you don't pay a single penny. Thank you, Newcom. He asks, shouldn't Japan just program their games with English text subtitles so we can import to avoid unnecessary censorship? Yep, please, Japanese developers, please start doing that. But the problem is that they're gonna use AI to translate, and yes, AI is very advanced and professional right now when it comes to translating. But let me be honest with you, man. I've been using AI software to translate my books, but dude, I gotta do like half of the work or more than half. I gotta correct a lot of things, you know, because languages are so different. Pronunciations, pronouns, not those fucking pronouns, actual pronouns, you know, that's pronouns that have been there since prehistoric times, probably. A lot of sentences or jokes that don't make any sense, you know, or stuff like that, you know. So when I start translating my books to English, what I do is just throw the entire document on the program and then download it. But then I have to start correcting it and editing it since the beginning, and it takes me, dude, it's a pain in the ass, trust me. So I don't know. Your question is, should they start doing that to avoid all the censorship bullshit? Yes, but they're gonna need someone professional. They're gonna need a human being, you know, because AI, I don't think AI, when it comes to translating any language out there, is like there he is, that fucking professional and that really, what's the word, like faithful, you know, I don't know. And there's a lot of manipulation with AI software, unfortunately, You know, Chat GPT is a perfect example how it's fucking politicized. You know, so Japanese developers and they have to find this software that is not controlled by politics or manipulated by politics. You know, that is just free. But they still, I still feel like they need like a human being to supervise the translation and to correct certain things, you know, that are not gonna make any sense. There we go. That's my question. That's my answer to you. That's an interesting question. I think yes, they should start doing that, but they still need human beings to overview that, you know, to supervise that, because a lot of things there's gonna be a lot of grammar mistakes because of the translation. It's just AI is not that perfect yet to translate context. Let alone translating words. To translate context. That's the issue. That was the word I was looking for. You know, it's not that great yet to translate context. You know, it's just not there yet. So, but the answer is yes. Japanese developers should start doing that. And they should hire like someone not from a fucking company or consultant. You know, someone, not just a random dude, you know, who knows English and Japanese. That's what they need to do. They will save a lot of money. And they should start publishing their games themselves. That's what Falcom wants to do. Falcom, there's been rumors that Falcom wants to like go independent and start publishing their games themselves. Pretty much what Atlus did many years ago, decades ago. We'll see what happens. That was an interesting topic. Yeah. That's another problem, Skycatcher. It's just AI has a lot of problems. Everybody wants to own it. Everybody wants to control it. Everybody wants to rule the world. Ever heard that song? West has what problem with nudity? Some West companies have a problem with nudity. Others don't give a rat's ass. Like, I don't know. I only played the demo of Trails through Daybreak, but Nice America has a problem, you know, with politics and pronouns and all that fucking horseshit. Or they didn't seem to have problems with like the girls. Or was it censored? Was Daybreak censored in terms of sexiness and nudity? I don't think so, right? So maybe they still don't care about that yet, but they will. Tears for Fears, that's right. But from Japanese to English are some context differences that some jokes had. That's what I'm saying, Dunsk. Where do you even apply for translations? I don't know. Where are you from? Wab. I'm just gonna keep calling you Wab. Hey, Maritikus, what is this song from? 13 Sentinels. Oh, the one that I was singing, that's Tears from Fears. Tears for Fears. And it's called that. Everybody wants to rule the world. NFT is just that. A fat blockchain. NFT, okay. Forget about the jokes in languages. It's just the context. Do you think we'll start seeing a rise of Chinese and Korean RPGs in the future over JRPGs? Over? No. But we will start seeing more and more. But I don't think they're gonna take over. I don't think so. I'll stream Vagrant Story for you, Jeff, if you subscribe to my Twitch channel. How about that? Please, that's great. Please settle an argument in my house. Who are you arguing with? What do you think of Limmel from Star Ocean: The Last Hope? I like the character. I hate the fucking voice actress. She did a terrible job in both English and Japanese. She's just as bad in Japanese. But I think she's an interesting character. She just doesn't get the best development. And I felt like she was just there to annoy the party. That they were trying to give her that cute approach, and they failed miserably. Like, she wasn't cute. You look at her and she's kind of cute, but once she start talking in English and Japanese, oh man. But I don't know, I don't hate Limel as much as a lot of people out there hate. She wasn't that bad. It's not, oh my gosh, she ruined the game for me. This game is bad because of Limel. There are people who say that. Like, why? Dude, it's just a character. I mean, come on. Right? She wasn't that annoying for me. She was annoying, yes, but not that annoying, right? Yeah, that's my opinion on Limel from Star Ocean: The Last Hope. Will you play Final Fantasy 13 Trilogy if I sub to your Twitch channel? No, because I don't have them. But if I ever see them for a laughable price, they should be at a laughable price. Maybe just the first one. You know what? I'll probably stream Lightning Returns, because I know I'm gonna hate it, but I've never played it. And I feel like I need to play it just to have at least an opinion. A small opinion on that. Thank you, Mystery Kid, for donating 29, I don't know what that is, but thank you. But yeah, if you subscribe to my Twitch channel, you can make suggestions. You can ask for games that you want me to stream, but not the bullshit modern JRPGs, okay? That's never gonna happen. Don't ask me. Your son is a hater, you're a defender. Okay, well, I'm in the middle when it comes to Limel. I don't hate her, but I don't love her either. She's just there, and I see all the ups and downs. But maybe I'm a little bit more on the side of your son. Like, I don't hate Limel, but I think she's a bit more bad than good in the game. We can talk about Miracle too if you want to. Which non-fan service game series has the hottest characters in your opinion? Okay, my books. I don't know. Non-fan service game has the hottest character. What do you mean by non-fan service game? What's your definition of non-fan service? No assassin. Do I need to put the fucking sign again? The huge sign? Oh, I lost it. Well, yeah. No, I don't give a fuck. Oh, is this Arno search? Holy shit. I think I already did that video, Blood Run. Most of the games that were in my video are actually worth it. I'm gonna get demonetized because of this song, probably. Arno Surge. It says right there, Arno Surge. You can read. You can see this, can't you? Yes, you can. It says right there. Well, yeah. I already talked about Vagrant Story. It's on my second channel. Look it up. So Brian says non-fan service as in a game that focuses on narrative. Man, there's like a lot of them. Like Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross, Brian, that's my answer to you. It's not a fan service game, but it has like really hot girls in there. Like Kid, you know, so yeah, Chrono Cross. First JRPG song with lyrics you heard? Oh, I don't remember. I've been playing JRPGs for like 20 years or more. What JRPG do you think has the best magic system? I don't know, man. I played so many. Like, look into my blog. I played over 400 RPGs in my life. I don't think I can answer that question. That's a made-up language, like Nier Automata. The singing is like the language is made up. Yes, this game is good. Arno Search is good. Art on Lico 1 and 2 are a bit better, you know, but Arno Search is still pretty good. Trails is up there. Trails has like a million waifus. And, come on, man. That's your definition of a non-fan service game? The Trails games are non-fan service? Do you miss Brave Frontier? What's that? Have you played? No. Oh, Trails for the magic. Oh, for Honglong. Okay, yeah. See, Brian says that, you know, the best magic system is like the Trail series. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure I like the magic system that much in the Trail series. Like, I prefer Suikoden, for example, the runes. To answer your question, Honglong, about magic system, probably Suikoden, the Suikoden series, or Chrono Cross itself, you know. You go, fight, retreat, and then cast a spell. You know, I love the magic system in Chrono Cross. Everybody hates on it. I know it's hard to get into and to appreciate, but once you do, you know, it's a blast. I think the magic system in Chrono Cross is one of the best ones out there. But the Suikoden, the runes system, and they make it a part of the plot. Chrono Cross kinda doesn't, but the plot of the Suikoden games have a lot to do with the magic system. So there you go. That would be my answer. The Suikoden series have the best magic system ever. Oh, that's Russian. Okay. Well, you gotta understand, Russian is pretty much a made-up language for a lot of people out there. No offense. So that's Russian. Okay. Thank you for letting us know. Now Star Ocean. Okay, let's continue. Golden Sun has no fan service. That's right. Doesn't. Oh, well, wait a second about Golden Sun. There's this one of the bad girls looks kind of hot. What's the last JRPG you've played that you absolutely hated? Well, my friend, it's called... I'll show it to you. Don't get me started on bad JRPGs, okay, that I hate. You know what happened last time. This is the last JRPG that I hated. This fucking thing. Sure, I could mention Tracia, you know, but Tracia is a game that I played a long time ago. I just played it for the second time live a couple of weeks ago. This fucking thing, man. Fuck that game. Is there a versus episode today? There is a versus episode today. Do we need another collage? No, you don't. You are playing Kudelka. Through my recommendation? let me read that again. You're playing Kudelka based on my recommendation, me? My head just exploded. No, I never finished Time and Eternity. What kind of question is that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that again. Oh, man, well... No. Hoshigami better than Kudelka? No fucking way. No. Kudelka is a masterpiece compared to Hoshigami. Just Kudelka is full of problems. It's not a bad game, but it's not a good game either. Yes, they are a trip every time, Zadrith. Every time, man. Well, some people just like trolling. They just keep repeating questions that they know upset me, you know, just to troll me. Training montage, game sack style, let's go. What? I'm not sure I understand your comment, Brian. But anyway, what JRPGs do you suck at and don't want to? Bloodborne. That's the only one. Like, I don't give a fuck about Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I couldn't care less about those games. I suck at them, and even if I didn't, I still wouldn't care about them. Bloodborne I do care about. Bloodborne. You know, some of the Tales games or Ys games on normal mode, I wish I could get better and beat them on normal. Like Ys Origin, for example, or Ys the Odin Felgana, they're just too fucking hard, even on easy. Like, what's the easy mode in those games shouldn't even be called easy. That's like the normal mode for me. But I wish I could play them on normal, you know, and get good at those games, those older Ys games. And same for some of the Tales games. Most Tales games don't have an easy mode like from the retro ones, and I still beat them, believe it or not. I wish I could get good at Graces. I beat Graces on easy, and it was painfully hard, even on easy. I wish I could get good on Graces, you know. What else? This Gaia, no. The problem with this Gaia is just that I don't want to get good at this Gaia, no. Like, I just hate some of the battle mechanics in this Gaia, so no. Well, that's what I did, Donsk. That's how I beat Ys Origin live. Why don't we get more RPGs from Russia? I don't know. Because the United States of America, don't get me started on politics, man. What's my favorite element? I don't know, I don't think I have one. Darkness, probably. Darkness. Why don't I make video games? Because I suck at them. That's one thing I suck at and I wish I didn't. I suck at making games. All I can do is write stories. I wish I could get good at... What? I don't know. I can't think of others right now. what genre of books do you write? I write different genres. Most of them are like dark fantasy related. But most of my books are from different genres. I don't give a flying fuck about Elden Ring. And I probably never will. Just like I don't give a flying motherfucking fuck about Metaphor ReFantazio. It can sell 10 million copies and be the best JRPG ever made. I don't give a fucking fuck about it. Or Reynaris. Or even Trails Through Daybreak. So we're listening to Shining Force, right? We're listening to Shining Force. What a coincidence. You see, like, Foxhound here is a troll, and I know he makes those comments just to piss me off. Let me say it this way, okay? I don't give a fuck about anything new from Atlus, Square Enix, Bandai Namco, or NIS America. Is that better? Anything. Foxhound. Konami hired Sweet Baby Incorporated as a consultant agency for the Silent Hill 2 remake. And you're telling me it's not woke. Okay, bro. Whose brain is broken? Yours or mine? I wonder. Mario and Luigi, what about them? Oh yeah, we can talk about that, but I've never been really a fan of Mario and Luigi though, so... Same with Vengeance. I never mentioned the Peach team, okay? No, Donsk. Well, enjoy Vengeance all that you want. I'm not playing it. It's weird, isn't it? How easily we judge others when something happens to them because we're not in their shoes. If you were in my shoes, you will understand. Damn, Foxhound. I guess you and I are gonna have to just agree to disagree. And let's leave it at that. Leave him alone. I like horror games, yes. I don't know. Kurisona. I wonder the same thing. Oh, Elden Ring, I have no idea if it's woke or not. All I know is that it's got this Type A, Type B bullshit, doesn't it? So there you go. But I'm more of like, I'm tired of Souls games and Souls-like. We already talked about that, Roberto. Oh yeah, only that! Oh, okay. It's just that. Okay, yeah. Fern, thanks a bunch. Thank you very much for the super chat. It's not updating here. That's £5, right? Why isn't it's not updating here? Oh, there you go. It finally did. Thanks a bunch, buddy. You went back to Valkyria Chronicles, didn't you quit? Well, congratulations, man. Is Star Wars and the Last Hope any good? It's very good. Don't listen to anybody out there who tells you otherwise. Listen to me. The Last Hope is excellent. It's a great game. Computer RPGs are just not my cup of tea. I tried some and they're not. What was that Atelier game that in other Q&A you played its final boss theme? It was all bonkers. That was Atelier Sophie. Sophie. Hey Aristos. You joined just in time for the Versus episode. What order should you play the Star Ocean games in? Many. They're all standalone. They take place in the same universe, but they're all standalone, man. You can play them. Well, the first two, I recommend playing them in order, because 2 is a direct sequel to the first one, and you're playing with the kids of some of the protagonists. So, the kid of the protagonist. The kid of, it's fucking confusing, man, but yeah. But there is a chronology, and you can just look it up if you want to play them in the right chronological order. There you go. Yeah, Eternal Poison is a game you want to play with a guide. Yeah, that's a game you play with a guide, man. If you want to get the true ending, you need a guide. My problem with the original developers is that they aren't doing shit to stop those evil localizations, man. So should I say, oh, it's not their fault? They aren't doing shit. They don't give a fuck. No one, Rie. You tell me. You guys should answer that question for me. What fucking company should I trust nowadays? Which one? They are all controlled by the mafia. I did play Eternal Darkness on the GameCube. Couldn't get into it. I liked it when I was playing as the girl, but then I switched to another character, and I know that's the point of the game. I understand that, but that didn't appeal to me. Like I wanted to play as the girl, for the whole game. I didn't need to switch to another character in a different timeline, and that was confusing, so Capcom. Fucking great, man. Capcom. Yeah. The worst. No, it's not that complicated, Brian. It's like Ys. Just forget about the chronology and play them in whatever order you want to, man. Forget about that. Koei Tecmo, maybe? I don't know, because I haven't played a single Koei Tecmo game in years. I didn't play the Ryza sequels. I think the last game I played by Koei Tecmo was Atelier Sophie 2, and that was like 3 years ago. Toyota. There you go. That's right, Darkin. Spike Chunsoft, for now. For now. We'll see what happens. But yes, Mike Chunsoft. That's right. Toyota. I'm not kidding. Thank you. Toyota. They don't do games. Maybe they should get into the video game market. They removed all them waifus from the new Musou Origins. Kemco? Well, there you go, Kemco. We should trust Kemco. We can trust Kemco. I don't know, Kurisona. Square Enix doesn't seem to give a fuck about all the controversy, so who knows what'll happen. I don't know anything about the Dead Space remake. Koei Tecmo is cool with censorship and horrible DLC practice? Okay. No opinion on Koei Tecmo. I don't know. I haven't played a Koei Tecmo game in years. Sega. Monolith Soft? But Monolith Soft is a subsidiary of Nintendo, which is fucking woke as well too, so... Maybe we can trust Compile Hard? Not anymore. Fairy Fencer 2 says hello. Not anymore. You know what? Let's just do the versus episode. These conversations are going to a different direction. Vanilla, where is Atlus? PS3, Brian. Today's versus episode is kinda... I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but it's a retro game versus a not so retro game, but I don't know, it made sense to me. Hopefully it will make sense to you, because I don't think I can put these two games... Like, I thought about these two games, and I was like, what should I put this game against? And I really thought about this, and I was like, I can't think of anything. And what about this other one? Nothing. I don't know, you let me know if you would have put these ones like against another game. It's kind of weird, you know, but it makes sense because they're both strategy RPGs, okay? And I can't think of anything. This doesn't look good? Okay, then fine. I'll do another one. Fuck this one. I don't feel confident with this versus episode. I don't know. Should I do the other one? I had a plan B. I have a plan B. So... I don't know. No, plan A. Forget about plan A. Don't know. Smiling Dog ruined it for me. Now I'm like that meme. Like, no. No, I just don't feel like it makes sense. I don't know. No. Let's go with plan B. But what was plan B again? I don't remember. I don't feel good about plan B either. Now we need a plan C. We need plan C, everybody. Chained Echoes, he's woke. I'm not playing it. You gotta know plan A. No, it's just, I don't know. I don't know about plan A, man. The PS3 version of The Last Hope is rebalanced. 360 has some nasty spikes for some reason. It's just hotter. We already did one with Radiant Historia. And Live Alive, I only played the demo, so I don't think I can make an episode based on that. I'll just do plan B. Yeah, it makes more sense. No. I'm not steering hype, you know. You don't even know what plans are there, you know. It's just this fucking game. What can it compete against? I'll let you know one of my candidates for Plan A. It's Shining Force. I've been wanting to do a Shining Force versus episode. I just don't know what to put it against. Shining Force versus what? And don't say Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem games from the Shining Force era weren't released in North America. Maybe we should do Fire Emblem Blazing Blade? Vandal Hearts 2, come on. No one's gonna vote for that. Shining Force, we already did an episode on Tactics Ogre. I mean, it's just it's gotta be Shining Force versus something. But what? I just don't know what. Yeah, as if we don't know Final Fantasy Tactics is gonna win. I don't think I'll ever do a Final Fantasy Tactics episode. It's just gonna win against everything. Valkyria Chronicles, we already did Tactics Ogre versus Valkyria Chronicles. Langrisser's gonna lose by far. Advance Wars, I don't know. Oh, Shining Force 1 versus 2? Come on. Come on, it's like saying Final Fantasy 7 versus 6. Oh, wow. A lot of fun. Vandal Hearts? No. Vandal Hearts is too obscure. Phantasy Star? I think Phantasy Star 4 is gonna win because it's not a strategy RPG and people are gonna vote for it just because it isn't strategy. We need to force people, we need to force 2 strategy RPGs. Grow Lancer? No, man, it's just... fucking Shining Force. It's just, I don't know. StarCraft? What about Fire Emblem? It's just Fire Emblem's gonna win. It's gonna destroy it again. Remember when Fire Emblem destroyed Triangle Strategy? Come on. The strategy RPG you recommended that has 2 games in the collection that were on Genesis and SNES? I don't know. La Pucelle Tactics? That's PS2, man, and Switch. Devil Survivor? No, man. Arc the Lad makes sense, but Arc the Lad is just too obscure. Nobody played it. Front Mission, same. Baten Kaitos? No. Project Cross Zone? No. Shining Force? Taipei. Jeanne d'Arc? Jeanne d'Arc makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't. Yeah, Arc the Lad is the closest, but it's not gonna win. Nobody played Arc the Lad. No, we need to scratch this idea. It's just Shining Force is too complicated, man. I don't know, man. Oh, Langrisser is not on Super Nintendo, bro. Langrisser is just on Genesis and Switch and PS4. Not on Super Nintendo. Oh, me too. Matericus. There's nothing to do with Shining Force. We're gonna have to give it up. Yeah, well, let's do that. That was my plan B anyway. I was saving these for later, but fucking let's do this. Alright people, so today we got two extremely stupidly popular video games. Stupidly popular. I'm pretty sure there's a specific one that's gonna win over the other, but we've seen a lot of surprises now. So this is it. Tyson just mentioned it. This is it. This is a big one. I was saving these for later, but since we're stuck, let's do this. Start voting, everybody. We got Persona 5, any version, versus Dragon Quest XI, any version. If you think Persona 5 is gonna win, I don't know. We've seen some plot twists before, right? We'll see what happens. You're probably wondering why these two. Because they are the two most popular turn-based JRPGs and they're of their time. And I think they are the ones that kind of saved turn-based from oblivion. Because they both sold a crap ton of copies out there. This is why this episode makes sense. Even though they're very different, you know, they have a lot of things in common. They have that in common, and they are extremely popular from extremely popular franchises. Sold millions. The saviors of turn-based RPGs, man. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Right now, Dragon Quest XI is winning. That's surprising, considering the popularity of Persona 5. Any version, if you play the Royal version, that counts. Any version of Persona 5 versus any version of Dragon Quest XI. And yes, I want to see the world burn. You didn't enjoy either. Long games. See, they have a lot of things in common. Dragon Quest. Haha, Persona 5 menu alone is a win. Because of the style, isn't it? Ah, sorry, a lot of people left because of the Shining Force thing. Well, I'm not gonna give Shining Force up. I gotta put it against something and I'll figure it out, I promised. I'm gonna be very surprised too. Tetra Master. Like I know for a fact Persona 5 is gonna win, but it isn't winning right now. But they're pretty even. Look at that. Look at that. Dragon Quest wins for its simplicity. So Brian, you're choosing Persona 5? Without argument? Yes, it did, Kevin. Persona 4 already did that, but Persona 5 was like 10 times more. Fine, so I'll read that. Brian says Persona 5 is one of those games that's so intimate in mechanics that I've gotten to a point trying to beat it where it feels like a sin, not 100%ing it. Like it's the end of the world, like I missed something. Wow. There's no way Persona 5 will win over Dragon Quest. Take a look at the poll, man. They're pretty even. Who else? Okay, Gary. Matiriku says I went with Persona 5. They're both so long, I never finished either one, but I put many more hours in 5 because the story had me hooked longer. The simplicity of Dragon Quest eventually drove me off. Yes, that's bias. It's bias, Kevin. So you're voting for Dragon Quest, Donsk? Rie Akai says, I'm more of a Persona 5 as in general. I'm more of a Persona guy over Dragon Quest. I'll go with Daryl, though I'd say Persona 2 is still king, but that's a lost war for us, I'm afraid. That's not gonna make it to the clip. You don't have to be objective, Vicente, just vote for the one you like the most. Bajaques says, Dragon Quest XI for me because it has much better pacing than Persona 5 and it is as close as we will probably get to a modern classic turn-based JRPG. Awesome gameplay plus good old save the world as the hero. You also save the world in Persona 5. Newcomb says, I liked Dragon Quest XI better than Persona 5. For me, the story was slightly more superior. I felt the plot twist in Dragon Quest was better. Okay. You platinumed both the original. Oh, wow, that's a hardcore Persona 5 lover right there. Gamer for life. 50-50! Oh, went back to 51-49. Denise says, Persona 5 has an amazing story and everything just fits. The style, the music, the characters. There's so much to do, yet it never feels out of place. Okay. Red Miller says Dragon Quest sticks to its roots to this day and works almost perfectly. No other RPG can do that easily and well nowadays. Ah, strong argument. If you don't save the world, is it a JRPG? Probably not. Joker say, oh, your username is Joker. Of course you voted for Persona 5. That's predictable. Anyway, Joker says, I'm a bigger Dragon Quest fan, but I like the more light-hearted themes and the silly characters with some dark themes in it, like in Persona 5. Aristo says, I prefer Dragon Quest XI. Persona 5 is too long and maybe some parts are like visual novel. Also, the dungeon is meh. The dungeon design is meh. Dragon Quest is more simple and not huge encounter rate and more enjoyable than Persona. There's no encounter rate in either game. You can see the enemies. But anyway, you prefer Persona. Okay, I gotcha. Tyson says, I pick Persona 5. I like the music and art style more. The story hooked me more, and I enjoy the combat more. I like the Persona SMT demon collecting in general, but I also like Dragon Quest XI and Jade is awesome. Sounds like you have a lot of problems making up your mind. Oh, that's, yeah, Newcomb. No more no social links. Donsk says, I chose Dragon Quest XI over Persona 5 because I enjoy the simplicity of core turn-based battle systems. I loved more the story in Dragon Quest, and the post-game content was brutal. So you like brutal post-content, huh? Post-game content. Signum says, I choose Persona 5, not because it's the better game, but because I hate the Dragon Quest localization. I hate how Dragon Quest names were changed, and how some characters speak Irish or Scottish English. Okay. Mystery Kid says Persona 5 Royal is my pick, one of the best modern JRPGs, great story, entertaining gameplay, amazing soundtrack, best waifus, and the final villain makes you think because what he wants isn't bad at all. Ooh, no spoilers, but okay. Look at that. 51-49. I played Dragon Quest XI in English. You can't argue on Persona 5 soundtrack. You gotta play both. Wow, 75 votes, 51-49. What say you? 5 more votes. 5 more votes, and we'll see what happens. Hmm. 5 more votes. 3 more votes. Woo! This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, Persona 5 is a good choice for the first in the series. It is. Your membership is gone. Then renew it, Sean. I think it's like $1 or $2 only. Renew it. No, 80 votes, 50-50? Come on, what? Oh my god. There we go. End it. Jesus Christ. The poll is over, and oh my god. It was a stalemate for a while, but Persona 5 won with 51%. Dragon Quest XI lost with 49%. Wow. 1 vote swayed it. It was 50-50, and 1 vote changed it all. We will probably never know who was that person. Well, yeah, Persona 5 won thanks to you. Oh wow, which game wins for me? Persona 5 wins for me. But this is another one where it only wins by a hair. As a very microscopic fucking hair. Okay? In terms of story, well, Persona wins because Dragon Quest is more traditional. Even though I'll say this about Dragon Quest XI. It's got one of the best stories in the entire franchise. They really put a lot of effort in the story this time around. But it can't win against the psychological, dark themes of Persona. You know I'm into that. So, of course, in terms of storytelling, Persona wins for me. Despite all the cheesiness and slice of life and whatever, you know. Yes, it's got more dialogue and, you know, a lot of nonsensical bullshit, you know. But it still wins for me. It also wins in terms of characters. I find some of the characters in Persona 5 a bit more interesting than the ones in Dragon Quest XI. But Jade is a waifu. Serena is a waifu. I fucking love her. Except when she cuts her hair at the end. It's like, yeah, Garnet did it first in Final Fantasy IX. Yeah, you're not doing anything original, girl. Your political message can kiss my ass. You know, so nobody does that in Persona 5, so Persona 5 wins. Graphics, Persona 5. I mean, I just love the style. I fucking love it. Dragon Quest XI has great fucking graphics, though. But Persona 5, the colors, the style, the... dude, yeah, it wins. Music wins, Persona 5 wins. Though, let me stand up for Rest in Peace Koichi Sugiyama. This Dragon Quest XI is one of my favorite... I think it's my favorite Dragon Quest soundtrack. Out of all the ones that I played, you know. I love it. I really like 7, you guys know me. The soundtrack in 7, but 11 is like really good. But Persona 5, the music... Dude, it's just what? Do we even need to compare the music? Like, come on, it wins by a landslide. Turn-based battle system in both. Well, I've said this before, I like simplicity over complexity most of the time, but in here I think I'm gonna side with Persona 5. It's just more fun, the battle mechanics. In Dragon Quest, the battle mechanics are like good, I like them. You know, you learn more spells, you know, blah, 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 and you pep up, you know, and you become more powerful, you know, but it's simple classic Dragon Quest combat. In Persona 5, sure, it's still classic Persona combat, but, you know, it's got more twists, the interactions with the demons, the personas you summon, you know, I don't know, it's got all of those little details. It's just a more creative battle system in Persona 5, so I like it more. And finally, the gameplay, well, it's Persona. It's extremely addicting. Dragon Quest XI was almost just as addicting, but Persona is always gonna win because there's just a million gameplay mechanics in there, you know, so... But it wins by a hair. I really like the gameplay in exploration, you know, and the pacing and the fact that you can see the enemies in both games around. But it's just a little bit more engaging in Persona 5. It's just more original. whereas Dragon Quest XI is more traditional. And I'm not cheating on that. You guys know me, I love traditional gameplay mechanics as well. But I gotta side with Persona 5 just for a little bit. It's just more creative, fun, and original. And that's my argument. Persona 5 wins for me. But like I said, just by a really small hair. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. And if you can, subscribe to my Twitch channel. Like, I'm not gonna shut up with that. And it did win by a really small hair in the poll. Jesus, one guy made a difference. One guy. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for this Q&A. Have a great weekend. Later. Are you gonna stream later on Twitch? No. I'm not gonna stream anymore until Tuesday. Tuesday, Denise. Tuesday. Not today, not tomorrow. What? Oh my god, I'm leaving.